Upstate New York, fall colors abound, and we welcome you inside Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Coming up, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard round, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
It's Devon A-Chain. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
2 now on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. They give to A-Chain on the option. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
First down, they go back to A-Chain. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 65 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Quick throw complete. They'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
The goal of the wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Tua on the bootleg here. They'll swing this out wide. Here's A-Chain. Touchdown Dolphins. Devon A-Chain. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo.
Yeah, that's a nice play design right there. He's going to fake the give, then roll out, and he lets his back leak out toward the pylon. And how about the throw? Right where he needed it to be for him to catch it in stride, he's able to take it into the end zone.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. They run for the first time with James Cook. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. You talk about this Miami defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game.
Did.
Right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He's going to field this at the 4. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. And going deep for Hill. That's caught at the 25. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 66 yards.
66 yards. First down, Dolphins.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
And Rousseau took the jump everyone hoped he would in his second season, doubling his sack total to 8, despite playing 4 fewer games than his rookie year.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 75. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. Here's Sam Martin now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Hill on the return. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
46-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
20, TX. Whoa. Whoa. Hey.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Short pass to Howard. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as he's brought down at the 16. Couple of Alabama guys there. Tua to Waddle for the Miami first.
Nobody had more speed on offense last season than Miami, and Waddle might be the fastest player on that unit. Led the NFL with over 18 yards per catch and was in the top 10 in yards despite playing with an all-pro in Tyreek Hill.
Touchdown! Devon Achane with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jordan Phillips never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
So first thing crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Allen going to fire quickly and get it to Diggs out wide. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Allen to throw once more. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Deontay Hardy as the first half is winding down. And the Bills are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Throwing now is Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be knocked to the turf right there as he gets it up to the 43. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Third down, here's a run by Cook.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. Watch out for Hill on the return. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Here's A-Chain to begin the drive.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
112 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
A-Chain on 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
He'll get that out wide to Waddle.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Third down, here's A-Chain. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
First down, Miami.
A-chain here. They stay on the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
That's the linebacker, Matt Milano, getting up and stopping him for a loss.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They don't go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, the more you do, it might go to the corner score line down for two.
Most of them blocking for a while in this game. They don't get one Mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite for play instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just check it.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
7 yards. And the Dolphin first down.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Looking to pass. Tua. Throw left side complete. That's Howard. Touchdown, Dolphins. O.J. Howard, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, Tua.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 27.
Now a toss right side, A-Chain. Down at the 25.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Tua sets up to pass it. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. That'll give them 8 that time. And 3rd and 1 now. And quickly, they get to the line. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. Another catch there for Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
He dumps it off to A-Chain. Touchdown! Devon A-Chain, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And it's 3rd down.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Here's Tua.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Hines now on the return.
They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. A big play here for Buffalo. 44 yards.
That's good for a Buffalo Bills.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Allen again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Dolphins are going to have it here just past the 25.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
137 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
They run the option on 2nd down.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just